Why do bad people get ahead while you struggle? This question, so often unspoken, resonates deep within your heart. It unfolds slowly, a persistent ache, a quiet frustration of watching worldly success seemingly favor the deceitful and the unworthy. Today, we embark on a journey has guided countless souls to recognize that what glitters in the eyes of the envious is nothing but a fleeting shadow. In this moment, let us acknowledge that your feeling of injustice is understood, your heart's yearning for fairness is validated, and your search for inner peace is both recognized and embraced. Picture the scenes of life around you. Some may flourish in material gains and temporary victories, yet underneath lies a hidden emptiness. We all know that envy is a trap. It steals not only our peace, but also blinds us to the eternal truths written in the sacred texts. The wise poet of Psalms counsels us, gently reminding us to refrain from fretting over the prosperity of the wicked. Consider Psalm 37, verse 1. It warns us against envying those who prosper through unrighteous means, for their apparent success is as transient as the morning dew on grass that soon fades away. Here we see that the fleeting nature of worldly gain is contrasted with a promise of lasting security, a promise that speaks to our weary souls. Let us delve deeper into that warning, for it is more than a caution. It is an invitation to discern between ephemeral success and true fulfillment. When you allow envy to take root, it steals the most precious gift, your peace. Each time you compare your journey with that of someone who thrives through empty accomplishments, you risk compromising your inner sanctity. Instead, the scriptures counsel us to trust in a higher order, a divine justice that operates beyond our limited understanding. Remember that the prosperity of the wicked, no matter how dazzling it may seem, is not built on a foundation of truth. It is merely an illusion that shimmers briefly before dissolving into nothingness. In the pages of Psalm 37, the imagery is vivid and compelling. The wicked are likened to grass that withers and flowers that quickly fade. Imagine a lush field on a bright day, green, vibrant, full of life. Yet, as the seasons change, that same green fades away, leaving behind memories of transient beauty. So too is the success of those who choose unrighteous ways, a temporary flourish that cannot sustain the soul. In contrast, the righteous are promised an inheritance far greater than material wealth. They are invited to dwell in a state of serene security, a peace that transcends earthly trials. Here, the eternal peace of the righteous emerges not from the abundance of possessions, but from a deep, abiding trust in the divine plan. Now let us consider the trap of envy. Envy is not merely a passing emotion, it is a corrosive force that eats away at the spirit. When you find your thoughts consumed with comparisons, with the constant question of why another person seems to enjoy luck or prosperity, while your path remains steep and arduous, you are caught in a cycle that undermines your potential for genuine joy. The scriptures remind us that to envy is to focus on what we lack, rather than to embrace the blessings already bestowed upon us. Even a little that a righteous person has is far better than the overflowing abundance of the wicked. Contentment is the key to unlocking peace, and this contentment is rooted in spiritual integrity and the acknowledgement of God's wise design. As we expand upon these truths, envision the stark contrast between two lives, one that strives for material success at any cost, and another that pursues a life of integrity, guided by faith and moral clarity. The worldly path may offer glittering rewards, but it ultimately leaves the heart empty. Meanwhile, the journey of the righteous, though it may seem less adorned with visible honors, is paved with enduring promises. The psalmist paints a picture where the righteous are not forsaken, instead they are upheld by the Lord himself. Even when the wicked conspire against them, the foundation of their security remains unshaken. Imagine that, even in moments of apparent vulnerability, a divine hand supports you, ensuring that no stumble is final, that every misstep is met with grace. So what does this timeless call to righteousness mean for you today? It is a call to redefine success, not as the accumulation of wealth, fame, or power, but as the embrace of inner peace, moral certainty, and spiritual fulfillment. It is an invitation to step away from the discord of envy and instead trust in the Lord's perfect timing and justice. When you pour your energy into comparing yourself with those who seem to prosper through dubious means, you allow distraction to steal away your focus. Instead, the scripture urges you to anchor yourself in a truth that is eternal. The righteous will inherit the land, they will dwell in it forever, and their journey will be marked by an enduring peace that the world cannot offer. Reflect on the words echoed in Psalm 73. There, the psalmist wrestles with the perplexing sight of the wicked living a carefree life, seemingly exempt from the trials that beset the virtuous. Yet, in a moment of profound clarity, a divine revelation transforms that perspective. The fleeting comfort of ill-gotten success is exposed for what it is, a temporary respite that fades, leaving behind the stark reality of spiritual emptiness. Meanwhile, the promises bestowed upon the righteous unfold like a slow, blooming flower that endures through every season. True success, the psalmist reminds us, is not measured by immediate wealth or power, but by the secure, quiet knowledge that you are cherished and sustained by a love that is eternal. True peace, then, is born from a heart that trusts in this divine order. It is the result of shifting focus from external comparisons to an inward journey, a journey marked by consistent growth, quiet resilience, and an unwavering commitment to walk in righteousness. In a world that often celebrates the superficial, turning inward can seem like a lonely or even an unwise choice. Yet it is precisely in that inward journey that you discover a deep wellspring of strength, compassion, and hope. The struggle you face is understood, and the overwhelming pressure to conform to worldly standards is gently dissolved when you align with a higher truth. A truth that promises that even when the wicked seem to flourish, their success is flash in the pan, and true, everlasting blessings await those who remain steadfast in their faith. In moments when the temptation to envy pulls you back into its grip, remind yourself of the divine justice that governs all. The Lord, who oversees the ordered steps of the righteous, ensures that no stumble leads to a fall without grace. Even when circumstances appear unfair, remember that every setback is an opportunity for divine strength to manifest. With every challenge, every feeling of envy or frustration, there is a chance to rise, to renew your commitment to a life of integrity and inner peace. Know that the Lord laughs at the plots of the wicked, for their days are numbered and their victories impermanent. Their supposed successes are ephemeral, a mere illusion that fades as quickly as morning mist gives way to sunlight. Take a moment to imagine what life could be like when you let go of comparisons and focus solely on your unique path. The righteous journey is a walk of quiet persistence, marked not by rapid, glaring achievements, but by steady progress toward true fulfillment. It is a journey where each step is infused with purpose, where every challenge encountered is an invitation to deepen your trust in God's promises. Picture a path lined with gentle light, each step leading you toward a future where your inner peace far outweighs any momentary distraction of envy or despair. In that light, the criticisms, the moments of self-doubt, and the harsh comparisons with the transient success of others are nothing more than distant echoes, replaced by the harmonious rhythm of your own life unfolding as it should. Let this transformative message penetrate deeply. The illusion of the wicked's success is exactly that, an illusion. What appears to be triumph is nothing but a mirage, a deceptive glimmer that quickly fades under the scrutiny of time and truth. The real treasure is not found in fleeting accolades or riches, but in the quiet blessings that come from living a life aligned with divine will. The Psalms remind us that even in the harshest of times, there is solace for those who choose to believe that true peace is rooted in faith, love, and spiritual resilience. By embracing this truth, you liberate yourself from the unending comparisons that sap your energy and cloud your spirit. Now, as you continue along your path, I invite you to take this moment of reflection as a beginning, a turning point where you decide to let go of the heavy burden of envy. Replace that weight with the lightness of trust in the Lord's timing, in His justice, and in His unwavering support. Let your focus shift from what you see in others to the quiet, potent promise that is your own life, a promise of progress, of strength, and of a deep-rooted peace that no earthly success can rival. In every trial, every moment of doubt, remember that you are walking a path ordained by faith, a path that is rich with the possibilities of spiritual fulfillment. Trust that despite appearances, true success is measured by the inner calm and integrity of your soul. In closing, reflect on these truths. The prosperity of the wicked is fleeting and insubstantial. Envy steals your peace, and the promise of the righteous is everlasting security and joy. Let these insights guide you toward living a life where the true measure of success is found not in the world's fleeting rewards, but in the eternal peace that comes from trusting in a divine plan. Walk your path with confidence, knowing that each step taken in righteousness is a step toward a deeper, more enduring peace. Embrace your journey with all its challenges and triumphs, for in every moment your faith is being refined and your spirit empowered. Let go of comparison and trust your path.